Let me tell you something honestly. Being chosen by God doesn't always look holy. Sometimes it looks messy. Sometimes it looks lonely. Sometimes it looks like confusion, rejection, and silent battles nobody sees. You don't always feel close to God. Sometimes you feel misunderstood by people, distant from everything familiar, and unsure why your life doesn't look like everyone else's. But that's because being chosen isn't about comfort. It's about preparation. God doesn't choose people to make life easy. He chooses them to make them effective. And if your life has felt heavier than most, if your journey has been harder than you expected, this isn't punishment. It's proof you were trusted with more. Tonight, you will understand why. Sign 1. Your life was marked by unexplainable pain early on. Chosen women rarely have soft beginnings. Your childhood may not have been abusive in obvious ways, but it was heavy. You felt emotions too young. You carried burdens that were not yours. You matured before your time. This was not God being cruel. It was God stretching your spiritual capacity early. Pain enlarges the womb of purpose. Many people break under trauma. Chosen women are shaped by it. The enemy attacks early what heaven intends to use greatly. If your pain pushed you inward instead of outward, if it made you reflective, spiritually sensitive, and hungry for meaning, that's not weakness. That's consecration disguised as suffering. Sign 2. You experience deep rejection, even from good people. One of the clearest signs of divine selection is misplaced rejection. Not rejection because you are evil. Not rejection because you are prideful. But rejection that doesn't make sense. People distance themselves from you without explanation. Friendships collapse suddenly. You're often the one left standing alone asking, "What did I do wrong?" Here's the truth most won't tell you. God separates what He intends to use, distinctly. Your spirit agitates people who live comfortably in compromise. Your presence exposes, without speaking. Chosen women don't always fit social systems, because they're not designed to. Rejection is not proof you're wrong. Sometimes it's proof you're aligned with heaven, not culture. Sign 3. You're often isolated, but it's never empty. Loneliness for most people is painful. Isolation for a chosen woman is sacred. God often removes noise before He releases clarity. You may spend seasons where friendships fade. Messages slow. Invitations stop, but internally, something is growing. Your solitude sharpens your discernment. Your silence strengthens your authority. Your alone time becomes an altar. God hides what He's about to reveal. Many women fear isolation and sabotage it. Chosen women learn to sit with God until solitude becomes power. Sign 4. You face intense spiritual warfare, especially in your mind. If you are chosen, the battlefield is often internal. Heavy thoughts, spiritual fatigue, attacks on your identity, worth, purity, calling. Not because you're weak, but because your mind is a gateway God intends to use. The enemy doesn't waste warfare on irrelevant vessels. If you've had seasons where you questioned your sanity, your faith, or your existence, yet still somehow refused to let go of God, that's resilience, born from calling. Chosen women are not spared from warfare. They are trained in it. And training is never comfortable. Sign 5. You have a fire for truth, not comfort. You don't like shallow spirituality. You can't pretend. You can't play church. You can't live half alive. Comfort bores you. Truth challenges you, and you choose truth. Chosen women hunger for alignment, not applause. They'd rather be alone in truth than celebrated in deception. This is why fake environments drain you. This is why you feel out of place in superficial spaces. Your spirit knows it was made for depth, not noise. Sign 6. God uses your voice, presence, our life as a warning and a healing. Even when you're quiet, people feel something around you. Some feel peace. Others feel exposed. Chosen women carry dual authority to heal the broken and confront the proud. You may not even speak much, but when you do, it hits deeply. God uses your story as a sermon. Your survival becomes prophecy. Your scars become keys. You don't just inspire, you awaken. And awakening always threatens sleeping systems. Sign 7. You've been called too much, your entire life. Too intense, too emotional, too spiritual, too deep. What they call too much is actually too much light for their level of darkness. God does not minimize chosen women to make others comfortable. He refines them so they can stand in fire without shrinking. You were never meant to be small. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to dim. If this message stirred something in you, understand this. You were not rejected, you were reserved. You were not delayed, you were developed. You were not broken, you were prepared. God is not done with you. He is only just revealing you. The same fire that tried to destroy you is the fire God will use to announce you.